What's up? Got a Yangge. Got come in the soft case. We ran the other two Yangges on the channel. This is the third one. And I like the other two so much, I had to get this one. Had to. The other two were stunning, wonderful knives. And so much so that, on the channel right now, I see a knife, I like it, I'll check it in. And most likely it's going to go right into the purge box. But the other two Yangges, they went straight into the keep it case. Like they expanded the collection. That's how nice they were. And I fully expect this one to kind of end up the same way. Wow, look at this thing, man. Let's get that blade out of there. Oh my goodness. Look at it. So, what do we got? It's a Yangge Yg003. And of course, the other two are 001 and 002. And this one, like one of the others, is in S90V steel. RIHE design. Full titanium. Look at the finish on this blade, too. It's got like a stonewash finish or a bead blasted finish here, and then like a hand sanded finish here. It's got a fuller on the top of this blade, big thumb studs, frame lock. Got about 35% lockup. Yeah, pretty nice. Wow, look at this action on this thing. Only got thumb studs, but I wonder if I can get that fuller. I can with a Spidey flick. I was kind of dramatic there. I need a little wrist to get some momentum, I think. Yeah, the thumb stud works excellent. Lots of contouring going on here. Jimping on the spine. Nice little platform coming up. Yeah. Wow. I mean, pretty nice. Look at here on these screws. Done it sort of like rivets. Got nice little anodized collars here. I think both of the other Yangges have that same collar. And I believe that's a hollow ground. Let's prove it out. Yeah, I don't want to use that. What about this? Yeah, that's flat. Is that hollow ground? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really hollow ground. I'm going to expect this to be really sharp. Hey, let's get in this thing, man. Get this show on the road. Golly, this thing's nice. Ooh. I mean, the finish on the titanium, the blade finish with the dual finishes on it, the bead blast, and then the sanding. I mean, full titanium back. Yeah, maybe a 50% titanium back. It's all titanium, but it's about 50% of the knife. All right. Oh, yeah. Double road bearings, big hardware, big washers. Man, look at this thing. That washer might be pressed in there. See if I can't get all this out of here. There's the collar. That come out pretty easy. The washer is loose. it's just got grease under it, and so there's so much suction that the magnet couldn't get it out. How about that? I think that's the case. Surely it's magnetic. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it just had enough suction. It didn't want to let it go. Let's save that. Maybe we'll get the next one. Yeah, look at these double roll bearings. Wonderful. Lots of contact surface. Let's see if I can snatch that one. Yep. And big stop pin. Yep, big heavy duty stop pin. Well, there we are. Pretty nice. Yeah, solid stuff. Yeah, this finish on this blade, you can see it. Really nice finished here. And then this is like a bead blast finish on the rest of it. Wow, man, is that nice. All right. I mean, for the most part, it looks clean. It's got quite a bit of weight reduction milling in the scales, both sides. Lots here and here. A lot of weight reduction. That's awesome, because those are some slabs, man. Big slabs of titanium. I mean, Yangge just sprung out on the scene, man. You know, model 001, 002, now 003. And so far, what I'm seeing here, man, legit. I mean, I'm going to make a prediction here. Surely they're not watching my stuff, but the pricing on these is going to change. It's going to change pretty quick. You can't build this and bring these components and that steel and continue to get the money that they're getting for these. It's going to change. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, listen, I'd love to keep buying these for what I'm paying for them. No question about that. I would. I'm a realist, man. These things are so nice that, I mean, it wasn't that long ago that you could buy a Wii for under $200 too. You know what I mean? And good luck trying to do that right now. I mean, their stuff is launched into the stratospheres. And I mean, just on the surface of this quality of this build, I had another distraction. But just on the surface of the quality of the build of this knife, the other two knives, I mean, this one's still got some checking to go. But, I mean, just looking at it right here, preliminary, I mean, there's no way that these continue to sell for what they're selling for. And I'm going to say the same thing, twosuns. I mean, golly, some of the stuff that's coming from that camp right now as well. I mean, it's interesting because I've got an analogy that kind of fits what I think's going on here. And it's with my daughter's wrestling. She has been part of a process the last couple of years of grinding and really digging in. And, she has run into a lot of girls that, that want to wrestle, but yet we go to these practices, these opportunities around the state and around the country to get better. And, she's there at all of them, but a lot of these girls are not. And there's been a shift. I talk to a lot of the coaches, I talk to a lot of the parents, and they go, hey, Addie's doing wonderful, what's going on? And it's like, well, she's working. I mean, all summer while everybody's at the beach and chilling, Addie's working. she's grinding, man. She's got goals, and she's striving and digging her heels in and doing what's necessary to separate herself from the pack, to get better, to improve. And so if you got a girl, or, or whatever, that you want to be at that level, all I can tell you is that, these opportunities are out there to grind with college girls, and, college programs and international people, whatever. Get in and get you some, because that's the difference. It's that practice, that mat time. And so I can tell you right now, what I'm noticing is a lot of them are showing up this year. The practices are full, man. She went to one today down at the University of Oklahoma, and man, there was almost 100 kids in that room today, the first one of the season. And so here's the analogy. It's easy to look at that and go, well, man, we were here from the beginning. We were here when nobody else was coming, and kind of have that feeling about it. And it's easy to look at twosuns and go, man, I was buying twosuns when everybody said they were trash. And now they're on the radar. And it's easy to, to get it off into some weird space. The truth is, I'm happy for twosun, and I'm happy for everybody that's figuring them out and finding out about them, because it's such a good piece that I'm glad that everybody's experiencing it. Same thing with my daughter in these camps. I mean, I'm glad that she showed up today and there's 100 people there. That's a good thing. It's good for, I'm glad that people are finding it and realizing it. And that's how I feel about these things. Now, am I concerned that they're going to start getting priced out of my range? Some of their premium stuff is so nice and priced so high, I'm not going to be able to afford it no more. Yeah, I mean, I have that thought a little bit. I mean, they keep doing what they're doing. I'm not going to be able, I mean, I'm watching a lot of these new models, hitting the ground, and I mean, they're bringing, well over $150. And it's like, ooh, I can't, I mean, being a twosun collector, I want to get them all. I want to buy every new knife that comes out. But every one of them's, $150. I can't, And, if they release, let's say they drop 6 new models in a month. I mean, how much money is that, man? It's like $1,000 a month on new twosuns. No, I can't keep up. So I'm a little concerned that way. But man, I am so glad to see the direction that they are heading, and the quality and the materials, the new designs that are coming. Look at this thing. I mean, what? I mean, wow. This thing is something else. Yeah. I think I'm solid here. Let me see. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that blade comes out with such momentum that it's shaking it in my hand when it locks up. You know what I mean? It's like it's got recoil. Wow. Man, is this thing nice. Just a little coaxing to get it down. That is all day long. That is 100% A-level action on this knife. A-level. Wonderful detent. The lockup on this, I mean, solid. Solid as a rock. A-level action. Let's talk about ergonomics. So there's so much contouring going on here that, well, and back to that action, the access to the lock bar, this is lowered and then this is scalloped. So really nice, simple access to that lock bar. I mean, it just lends to it being an A. The tension on this is so manageable. It's not stiff at all. It's wonderful. And the ergonomics on this thing just fits in hand so well back here. I mean, all this contouring fits like a glove, man. And the jimping here, it's combat jimping. You dig your thumb into that, you can't go past it. Yeah, there's no way. And so, not so confident, confident, very confident. This is definitely bumping up to a confident grip. I'm not going to say that it's over the line of confidence because it doesn't have the back flipper. If it had that just a little bit sticking up, then I would put it over that line. But we're going to go up to it. I'm really locked in here. And then this grip, I mean, nice platform for the thumb. It's got some good jimping here. Really locks everything in. And I can actually even grab this in a reverse. So if I was to stab down, you know, with a lot of force, I would want this grip here. It's possible. It's not, you know, it's not the best, but it works. Yeah, the ergonomics are really sound. This thing is really comfortable in hand. And then this choke-up grip, I mean, you know, whatever that is, definitely have that choke-up grip on the knife. Let's check that pocket clip. I got high hopes for it because looking at the profile, it's got really nice, long, lean ramps in and out. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. All the way in, up to the top. It's got a minimal profile sticking out of the pocket, and it's wonderful. Aesthetically, I really like what's going on here. And that's drier tension. It's got wonderful tension on it. A little less here, but it's still really good tension. And my spot back here, yeah, look at, oh, so good. Hear that snap coming out of there? You know, if I took off running and this flopped around in my pocket, you know, flying around, when I reach back for this knife, it's still going to be right where I left it. Wonderful. Yeah, the pocket clip's excellent. What about safety? Yeah, so I can catch the very edge of that blade right there. Yep. I mean, and it's at the surface. I don't know if I can illustrate it. If we can look in there and see it, but the edge of that blade is right at the surface of the scales. It's right at the top. So if I put my finger there, I'm touching it. Yep. Touching. Yeah, so there's contact through the back. What about the tip? The tip is recessed, so the clip is awesome, the tip's good, and I do have blade contact here, so it's possible that, you know, arbitrary contact, I could reach in here and possibly catch that blade. I wonder how sharp it is. Boy, that hollow ground, tall hollow ground, I'm going to expect this to be wicked sharp. And not quite what I thought. I'm going to strop it and see if I can't bring it out. But yeah, it's not near as sharp as I thought it was going to be. Well, let's see if we can drop some whistle into it. Okay, so I run it a couple of passes, put it on the wood, and then run it a couple more. Where are we at? So it's crazy sharp. It's got a toothy edge. But now it's sharp, very sharp. Yeah, so a little toothy, but very sticky, very sharp. Yeah, needle sharp point, wonderful. Yeah, it did need a little strop though. All right, price and availability. What's up? Where can we find it? What do we got to pay for it? So the spot is eBay. The six-leaf seller that's like 422 something has fixed sales around 139 for this model. They go up. ooh, pardon me, depending on the anodization of the scales. But around 139 on a fixed sale. RIHE Designs is running live auctions. So, I mean, you know, you can throw your best price at a live auction and maybe snag one at a great price. I'm going to link below. I think the place to go is to the Sixleaf LI seller. I'll link his site below because he's at 134, and then it's got you can make an offer. So you can buy it now for the 134, or you can make an offer and probably get it a little less. So full titanium and S90V steel. I mean, wow. Come on, man. This thing's pretty stunning. But I'll link to the Sixleaf seller below. But if you go to eBay, you can just search the Yangge Yg003. Pretty cool. I like it. And yeah, 100%. This is going in the keep it case. I mean, which means I probably got to find something else to take out. But I don't think it's going to be hard to find one below this that I'm willing to purge and keep this one. Yeah. And I will tell you that I'm envisioning laying this edge back and putting a shing mirror on that, and how that'll contrast with this finish here and the bead blast and the full titanium. I'm digging it. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. If you stuck around to the end, guess what you get to witness? Yeah, so I had to fix that edge, man. I pulled these thumb studs and I put an edge on this dude. And we're going to check it out here real quick. Get those thumb studs back on. And we'll take a closer look at this edge that I put on here. Let's see what kind of detail we can get out of the trusty old camera here. Yeah. I put one of those on it. Nice, even, clean. It's so thin that is a flat angle, but it's barely into that blade. It's just a little over 1 millimeter wide, but it is at an extreme flat angle. It's because that edge is so thin. But yeah, I polished her up really good. And of course, I said I wanted to see what that looked like anyways, you know. Well, now I did it. So anyways, man, let's put it back together, and then we're gonna see how well I did. The thumb stud's pretty cool. It's actually got a Torx bit, a T8 on the end of it over here. And so it didn't have crazy tension on it. It just had good tension, and that's what I'm going to put back on it. I'm not going to smash it on there. I'm going to put it on in case I ever want to sharpen the knife again. Yeah, perfect. All right. Better run that action real quick. Ugh. Golly, this thing is stupid good. You know what it reminds me of, sort of? It reminds me of a Malice. Just the girth, and yeah, this thing, man. All right, well, all right, enough of the drama, man. So what kind of edge did we get on it? Yeah. I mean, I went after it. You know, I figured if I was going to take this nice knife and put an edge on it, I might as well like put an edge on it. You know what I mean? That hollow ground all the way to the tip. Yeah. Screaming. Ah, you hear it? Yeah, man, that thing is super sharp now. And it's nice and polished, shiny. And so, if you hung out, you got to see how I reprofiled it and kicked it up. Bam! Kicked it up a notch. Beautiful edge on there. Yangge Yg003. What a really cool piece. And 100%, oh, pardon me, it's going in the keep it box. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching.